Right, let's talk about Maverick Vinales because he's emerged as a potential title contender in recent races, especially after the US Grand Prix weekend, which he absolutely dominated. After completely annihilating the grid on the sprint on Saturday, Vinales then managed to claim the win on Sunday in fantastic fashion. After he got shuffled down to 11th at the start, he managed to clearly climb his... He managed to slowly climb his way back up the field and ended up winning. He managed to take advantage of the chaos that ensued in front of him and ended up managing to win fairly comfortably in the end. He went from 11th to 1st within 13 laps and he stormed to victory. Many people have called it Maverick Vinales' best win in his MotoGP career, and it was absolutely astonishing. He's become the first rider in the MotoGP era to win on 3 different manufacturers, on Suzuki, Yamaha and now Aprilia. It was really great to see. I remember back in 2017 on his first year at Yamaha after some very impressive seasons at Suzuki. He jumped on that Yamaha and he looked incredible. He won 3 of the first 5 races of the season. He even beat Valentino Rossi in a battle for the win in France, and he looked like he'd go on to win the championship that year. But the rest of that season was plagued by inconsistency from him, and that's sort of been the story of his career. He was never able to challenge the likes of Marc Marquez up front. And even in 2022 when Marquez got injured, Vinales was just outperformed by all the other better riders. And the turning point for him at Yamaha came in Austria 2022, when he seemingly tried to blow up a bike at the end of a race. Yamaha subsequently sacked him and he joined to Aprilia midway through 2021. And for about 2.5 years he always struggled to match the pace of Aleix Espargaro. The problem for Maverick was that when he'd qualify well, he'd get a bad start, and if he didn't qualify well, he wouldn't get a good start, which means he'd always be languishing mid-table or near the back for most of the race. Until the last few laps when he'd suddenly become the fastest man on track and storm through the field, but by then it would always be too late and he'd just recover to about 6th, and we're always left wondering, what if Maverick was up there from the start? And on the few exceptions where he was near the front, he was always just too weak to go for an overtake for the win, and he'd always just settle for 2nd place. And it really seemed like his time in a MotoGP paddock could have been up at the end of this year. There were some serious talks about Aprilia replacing him for 2025. However, his performances in Portimao and now USA have completely changed that, and he should be Aprilia's first man on that bike next year. He's been incredible so far. He seems to have reinvented himself over the winter break. He's apparently lost a lot of weight and he's just become a lot more brave and aggressive and just racing like he's got nothing to lose. And he's a lot faster because of it. And if he keeps up his current form, there's no reason why he couldn't be in a championship battle. Remember, if his bike didn't combust on the last lap in Portugal, he'd only be 4 points behind Martin in the championship. But will Maverick Vinales be in the championship conversation come Valencia? It's too early to say really. If he keeps up his current form then yes he will be, but we've seen Maverick before have purple patches, like that 2017 season I mentioned. Unfortunately for him, we've seen in the past that he is capable of just having a few races in a row where he crashes or just finishes mid-table, and in this highly competitive MotoGP grid, just a few of those results will derail your championship battle. We do know that the Aprilia just isn't as good as the Ducati, so he will have to perform at an exceptional level to keep up with them for the whole season. Maverick needs consistency this season, and it's the one thing that's eluded him for his entire career, and is the reason he's not a MotoGP champion already. I'd say if he fights for the win again in Jerez, he's definitely within a shout for now, but the season's a marathon, not a sprint, so the main question is, will he be in the hunt come the summer break or in Valencia? We'll have to wait and see. My gut feeling is he'll just drop away a bit too much. I think he'll have a few of those races where he just finishes 8th, and that's not enough to win a world championship. Remember, he's up against so many world-class riders at the moment. This is probably the highest standard of grid we've had in a long while. Vinales is currently 3rd in the championship, 24 points off 1st. Let's take a look at those around him and see how they compare to him. Leading the championship is Jorge Martin, of course the 2023 runner-up, and he's the only rider who so far has got consistent results this season. Including sprints, his results so far are 1st, 3rd, 3rd, 1st, 3rd and 4th. That is championship level consistency, and that's what Maverick needs to aim for over the course of the season. 21 points behind Martin is Bastianini in 2nd. He's done well so far, he's been consistent, but he's not really looked like winning a race, and of course in MotoGP, to win championships you need to win races. It's hard to tell whether Bastianini will be a long-term contender. However, with rumours that he may be leaving Ducati at the end of the year, he may have that extra competitive edge, And he probably won't be as generous towards helping Bagnaia's championship battle. In 4th on 54 points we have Pedro Acosta, the rookie. He's been absolutely insane so far. He was 2nd in USA and it just looked natural for him. And it's only a matter of time before he gets his first win. I don't think he'll win the championship because remember, he is a rookie, he will make mistakes and there will be tracks that he'll struggle at. But the fact he's even in the conversation at the moment is incredible. Bagnaia in 5th is probably the favourite for the championship still. He's currently 30 points off 1st, which he is more than capable of bridging over the course of the season. Remember, he bridged a 91 point gap to Quartararo to win the 2022 World Championship. Bagnaia is just capable of going on a 5-race winning streak. So to me, I think he's still the favourite for the championship. And he would be in 2nd in the championship if he didn't crash in Portimao. In 6th we have Brad Binder on 49 points. He was 2nd in the championship going to USA, but he's been struggling with a foot injury apparently. And he's been massively outshone by Acosta in the last 2 races. But if he stays consistent or wins a race or 2, he could be up there, but I don't think he'll stay in the championship battle much long term. And the final contender realistically is Marc Marquez, but he's crashed in the last 2 races and from the lead in USA. He's already 44 points behind Martin and he needs to get some results on the board. Otherwise he'll have a pretty non-existent title battle. He's definitely got the pace to contend for the title this year, but he's just not delivering the results at the moment. So with Maverick up against potentially 7 contenders for the title already, he'll have to put in a seriously impressive performance to be there come the end of the season. I think if he's still in the title battle by the time we get to the summer break, he's doing a very good job. However, there's one more thing I want to talk about Vinales, and that is that apparently Honda are trying to sign Vinales for 2025. I don't know how credible this story is, but it's one I want to talk about anyway. Vinales is apparently Honda's main target for 2025 after they were rejected by Pedro Acosta, and I have to say it's insulting to even offer Acosta a move to Honda at the moment. They've been absolutely god awful so far. And to be honest, if I was Maverick Vinales, moving to Honda would be the last thing I'd want to do right now. Honda are in such a hole at the moment. They were bottom 4 in qualifying in the USA, and 3 riders crashed in both the sprint and in the main race, and they were over a second a lap slower than last year. This is a move that may have happened if Maverick had continued his 2023 form, but with Vinales in the form he's in right now, moving to Honda would be career suicide for him. It's not even like he's that old, he's only 29 I believe. Vinales has shown in recent weeks that his level is so much higher than that of Honda. If I were him and I received an offer from Honda, I'd be laughing back down the phone. He should go to the Aprilia office and ask for a new contract there because he definitely deserves one at the moment. But guys, let me know what you think. Will Maverick Vinales be a championship contender in 2024? I have to say, if he is, it'd be a great addition to the championship battle already, which is already looking like it's going to be a thriller this season. And do you guys think he should move to Honda? If you do, you're absolutely insane. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. But I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.